So Sam and I had an absolute ball on Anglesey. And in this vlog, I'm going to show you some of the other things that we did apart from sewing. So if you're interested, get comfy and let's go to Anglesey together. Come on. So I spent over a week, but Sam came down to Anglesey, Sequin Girly Sam, my favourite sewing friend, and she met up with me first of all at Abercarn's in Mostyn, and then we travelled down to Anglesey to my holiday let, and she was there from the Saturday to the Wednesday, and we did lots of sewing. But we had some breaks as well and little chit chats. So we recorded ourselves talking about what we'd done that day, etc. So this video is a mashup of everything that we did that wasn't sewing related. So sit back, have a watch, and I'll see you at the other end.
So this part of the vlog is what we did on day one, sewing wise. Yeah.
Or what I didn't do on day one sewing wise. Sam sewed up a storm. Me, not so much.
Different kinds of projects. So, and I think that's the caveat. I started with palette cleansers, easy stuff. Christine was going on a hard project, wasn't you?
I was determined to break the back of my Lisa blouse that I'm sewing as an ambassador, my first vlog for Sew Me Sunshine, so a bit of pressure to get it right. So I'm taking my time with it. That's my excuse.
And you even were doing some hand sewing at one point.
Yeah,
and no one can
rulo loops. I've said it all there, haven't I?
Yeah. So no one can really equate hand sewn rulo loops. Is it like 11, 12, something like that?
18
hand sewn rulo loops versus making a dress or a t-shirt on an overlooker. It's just not a comparable thing, really, is it?
I do know that, but I just felt a bit like I wasn't getting very far yesterday. So much so that I woke up at 6 o'clock this morning, and at 6:30 I was sat at my sewing machine trying to get more of my Lisa blouse done.
I was having a little rest at 6:30.
Well, you'd done a big journey yesterday, because Sam's not mentioned that. She travelled all the way down to Anglesey to see me from Buckinghamshire, and it took you how long?
3.5 hours to get to Abercarn, and then we had another hour to get here, so 4.5 hours of driving yesterday.
And then she sat down and did a few hours of sewing. You are an amazing woman. I could not have done that.
I was tired when I went to bed. Right, shall I show you what Christine's building up that I've done then? So number one was the toile for the My Handmade Wardrobe Everyday Jersey dress. I've talked about this on previous vlogs. I've talked about the fact that I'm walking the catwalk for her at the Sewing for Pleasure. So I wanted to do this properly, so I made a toile, and Christine and I were talking about it, and that's partly why I did it here, because I could consult Christine, and then I will make the proper one when I get home, and I've got some gorgeous fabric for the proper one from Minerva.
Yeah, I've not seen it either, so that's going to be a big surprise.
Yeah. So I did it in this ponte that I got from Legend, and I already made a toile of the onyx pants in this. So I'm really pleased with how it turned out. I did put the extended cuff on, but we've decided that it doesn't work for me because of I'm quite like petite in this part of the body. It just swamps me a bit, but I needed to try it to know that.
I'm sure.
And then if you haven't watched my Legend Textile Summer Sewing Plans vlog, which is out while we're away, don't look at this till you've watched that, because this fabric was one of the lovely fabrics that Josh at Legend Textile sent me. So it is this. It's like spring in a fabric, isn't it? I mean, there couldn't be much more spring-like. So I've already sewn this up. I did talk about it in that episode what I was going to do. So I have made the marigold top of the dress. So I decided, rather than just to extend the length, I would use the Summer in New York skirt piece.
It's really strange, because I was thinking exactly the same thing with the marigold.
Yeah, I think that
it really does make a dress.
So I've done that skirt piece. So Christine is why don't you keep them separate to mix and match?
Yeah, I like to have a few options and get the most mileage out of the garments.
And then I'm like, but I think I'm more likely to wear it as a dress. So I stopped there last night and I'm just sitting on it and having a little think.
Yeah.
Because I don't need to rush into that decision. Just need to have a little think.
You could use some of your poppers, pop it together as a dress, and whip it off, and you've just got a top.
We could have a circular zip, couldn't you? Or Velcro. This one is a pattern, if you've seen my previous vlogs, where I shared a new pattern company that I found. It's a French company called DP Studio. Disappointingly, they're not hugely size inclusive. A lot of French pattern companies aren't though.
No, but does it come out quite big though?
It does, but even so, if you look, the extra large is a waist of 35, nearly 36 inches, and even with stretch, that's not good, is it?
No, it's not at all.
I mean, a waist variation between 23 and 35 is not huge, is it?
No,
no. So I think they could easily do another size range of this. I think it's a bit disappointing that they haven't, because they've got lovely patterns. I will email them that actually. So this was trying this out. As I said the other day, this is the season of weird pattern pieces. I showed Christine this piece. Look at this piece. And you have to cut that on the fold. Well, that presented a challenge, because even the widest fabric folded in half,
it's not going to fit that
But
one.
then I noticed the grain line is that way. So you're meant to fold the fabric the length.
other way.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So I didn't notice that when I cut the first piece out. Noticed it when I cut the second out, but it doesn't fit. You'd be fine. So if I show you the guts, the inside, this is what happens. I'll do a much more detailed vlog another day, really. But you fold that sticky out piece and stitch it down. It's a really nice shape, isn't it?
It is. It is.
This is
we were both doubtful of whether the instructions were right, but sometimes you do just have to follow the process, don't you, Sam?
Yeah.
Because she did it a different way the first time, because we were both convinced it was wrong, and it wasn't. Yeah. It was right, so you ended up doing it the way the pattern said.
But I basted it so that I could easily take it out.
Yes.
This is another fabric that Josh gave me. Now, I can't find this one on his website. It's like a pebble polka dot, isn't it?
Yes.
It's really nice fabric. I can't find that one to link it, but this, I love this. Can you see the way the front waistband arcs, and then the back is just straight across? So the back is fully gathered, and the front is gathered here and here. It looks so nice on.
It's one of those that looks better on than off.
Yeah, but what I would say is my waistband is only single thickness, because
why is that, Sam?
Because I was cutting the fabric at 9 o'clock at night on Friday night before I came down, and didn't see the cut on the fold. So when I was reading it, Christine could hear me muttering a lot because it wasn't making sense. And then I looked back at the pattern piece and went, oh, cut on the fold. So what I did was just attach them as a single thickness, because I can just put it on, because I was too excited.
You just couldn't wait to see what it was going to look like. I get that, because it is an unusual pattern.
I'll blank out Christine and put a picture of me over the top.
Bye!
So you can see. But I really think that this would make an amazing version of this, wouldn't it? But here's the funny piece here that makes like the pleat. It makes like a pleat in there. So I'm pretty sure I've got it right now. I was having a look at a picture of one. Yeah. So, the sleeves are way too long on me though. I do normally have to shorten sleeves, but they're way too long. So I probably could get it out of less fabric, because I can lose probably about 3 inches of sleeve off the bottom.
That's very true. Very true.
So if you think of this weird pattern piece, now I understand. I can probably fold about that much off.
Yes.
So yeah, and that's
is that all you sold then?
Just the 3.
Yeah, just the 3.
Just the 3.
Don't you just love that?
All jersey, almost all on the overlock. Obviously a few little twiddly bits on the sewing machine, but today's not going to be like that, is it?
Well, I don't know. Shall I give you a sneaky peek of what I'm doing?
Oh yeah.
I don't feel like I can show you the whole garment, partly because it's not even finished yet, but partly because I'm doing it as a blog for Sunny Sunshine. But I'll show you. Let's have a look where the rouleau loops are, and you can see how many of them there are.
Much respect, Christine, for doing that.
And that's just the front placket. I've then got 3 on each cuff for the sleeves. to go on yet. They're also hand sewn on, tacked on, but I've not made the cuffs yet. So I've just got the sleeves to do, the plackets to finish off. I can't actually finish it, annoyingly, because I've got the collar piece missing.
She really searched that yesterday.
It'll be at home, probably hidden on the floor in the chaos that is my sewing space at the moment, because it is an absolute pigsty. So I'll get most of it done apart from the collar while I'm down here.
It's been so long I didn't see you on mine. You change a lot, you look a different guy.
Okay, so it's day 3 in the afternoon.
It is day 3.
Right, so here we are, day 3. Esme's here with us as well. And we're going to tell you about day 2 and day 3.
Yes, because we forgot yesterday. We were enjoying ourselves so much because we went out for dinner last night.
Yeah. So yesterday we spent the majority of the day working on the bell dress, which is in the separate vlog, all about it.
Yes, and it was a sew and a half, that's all we're saying.
Yes, watch that separate episode, which will come out after this one probably.
Yes.
Yep, and we'll tell you all about it, and we've gone into a lot of detail about our thoughts about each part of the instructions, etc, etc. So what else did we do yesterday? Well, yesterday in between that, I did this, didn't I?
Yeah, and I didn't, that's all I did.
So this is McCall's M8145. I've owned this pattern for a good while, and I kept having an eye about it. Kept looking at A. Then I watched Kittenish Behaviour, and she said it doesn't turn out like that. The sleeve is not. But I've an eye on this about as well. And then this fabric from Birmingham Mag Market.
It's really
£1.50 a metre, wasn't it?
Was it?
Yeah, I pulled this down off the when it was hanging up.
Oh, I
Started to
remember
cut
now.
it out, so of course it's all overlocked apart from one little bit. So I think I did this while you was out on a dog walk, didn't
Yeah,
I?
you see, this is the caveat, mine anyway. I have to walk the dogs twice a day. So
I carried
that's,
it in the morning.
you did yesterday, yes.
Yeah. So we'll put a
Yes,
picture of the beach.
Because
yeah.
we did a beautiful beach walk yesterday.
Yeah, lovely
didn't we?
sunshine out till the rain came at the end.
Yeah, we saw the clouds coming in, or Sam
Yeah.
did, so we turned round and walked back. So,
Yeah.
but dogs had a good run.
Yeah. And then
Had a
in
little
the-
bit of a doggy fight. Annoyed somebody else, but you know, normal
just
dog
just like
walking
what
for
your
me.
children, fairy or non-fairy, do is embarrass you. You know.
It's just normal dog
Yeah.
walking for me.
And then most of the day on the bell, and then I did this while you went out for afternoon dog walk, so it'd already been cut out. So verdict, instructions easy to follow, mostly turned out how I thought it would, but I'll just stand up for a second.
Oh yes.
This is the sleeve, so I know I'm a 5'2" person, so sleeves are sometimes big. That's meant to be a fitted cuff. If we look at the picture, it's meant to be a fitted cuff. Now you might think, have I cut it wrong? No, I double checked the pattern.
It's
Even
huge.
if I'd done a more generous seam, that's still ridiculous. So that's coming off, everything's coming up, and I'll put it back on tighter. Because it's meant to make this billow. If you look at the line drawings, it's meant to be a billowy sleeve. And it's meant to pull it right in. But that's no good as it is. The other
No.
thing is gaping central. So I like the
It's
waist.
a very boobylicious top now.
Yeah, I like the waistband, but that is either a top underneath. I could do what Sam, So Let's Sparkle with Sam did, and make a matching top to go underneath.
You could.
Or I'm going to work out how much I could stitch and still get it over my head. This is what befalls a lot of wrap tops, isn't it?
Yes.
Westcliff dress doesn't do this, but that cannot stay like that. So in theory, quite nice. It looks quite nice, doesn't it? If it was all like the right size,
yeah.
but yeah, bit of work needed there. So then we went out for a lovely meal, didn't we?
We did. We went to my favourite restaurant, the Boathouse at Red Wharf Base. So what did you think of the Boathouse, Sam?
Loved it. I really liked the decor. I really liked the staff. They were really nice. And the food was delicious.
And we didn't take any pics, but we will put some stock. There's lots of stock pictures, photos, so we'll probably both insert a few of them and then you can see.
So really enjoyable. So it was good choice by Christine there. So that was that. I don't think we did any sewing when we got back, did we? We were worn out. We'd worn
really
our brains out. So we just chilled for a bit. And then this morning, we have been on the bell dress again.
We have.
We're nearly there. We'll tell the story. You've got to watch the other separate episode. There's a story to be told.
Yeah. We're that close.
Yeah. And
that close that this evening I'm hoping to get mine finished.
Yeah. I've got some finishing bits to do as well, but there's a fun story, so don't miss out.
We're not telling them that now.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good story. It's worth tuning into that just for that bit of it, really. So then this afternoon, Christine booked us to go for afternoon tea. I'll let you say the name of the place.
I'm not Welsh, so please forgive me. It's Chateau Rhianfa. Now, if you're Welsh, you say Rhianfa differently, and I apologise, but a stunning, stunning venue.
Really lovely. We were the first people there, weren't we?
Yes.
For our slot. They booked them in slots, and we had the first slot. They lit the fire for us.
Yeah, very cosy.
Because no one else was there, we got to take some photos of our outfit, and the lady, she said how much she liked our dresses, didn't she?
She did. Yeah. It was really nice, and she said we could walk around anywhere and take any photos we wanted. So of course, being us, we nosed into every nook and cranny. And we was even tempted to open the door saying private, but Sam wouldn't let me.
No. And we had a lovely afternoon tea, and it was really nice quality food and drink. And I don't drink tea or coffee, but they found me a nice herbal tea. She went off and spoke to the expert and came back, which was nice.
Was really good.
Yeah.
That.
And did we bring the boxed up stuff back?
What have we done with it?
I didn't pick it up, did you? Oh well. So we
had a goodie box and we've left it.
So we asked them to box up the leftovers because they said we could take them. We were going to have them this evening. We've left it there.
Because we went exploring and didn't go back and pick it up afterwards.
Oh well. So we saved ourselves like a nice scone, a nice like fruit loaf.
Yeah, we had some Barra-Brith, it's called.
Oh, is it? Yeah. And I had a nice little cake left.
And we haven't got it.
Oh well. We left it behind.
And I'm not going back.
No. It was a lovely afternoon tea. And obviously I've been to an afternoon tea in London, not to the Ritz or the Savoy, I think just to somewhere else. And the price, I was quite shocked at how reasonable the price is here compared to if you go to somewhere in London. So,
well, you're talking London prices.
I know, but what I would say is if you want to do an afternoon tea, come to Wales, enjoy the Welsh treatment, and also they're good value is what I would say. And out of season, support them as well off season. That's a big thing, I think, because summer is much easier for them, off season is the tricky time. So afternoon tea done. Now we're cracking on, aren't we?
Yes, I'm determined to finish my bell dress this evening. Got to walk the dogs.
Yeah.
Again. But I'm just taking a quick walk and then I'm coming back, putting my comfies on and finishing my bell dress.
And then we've got a full day tomorrow, haven't we? We've got nothing booked for tomorrow, but we're probably going to go out and about for a bit.
Yes, I want to take Sam into Beaumaris. She wants to do some little gift shopping, so there's some beautiful gift shops in Beaumaris, so we're going to go there. And then I'm going to take her to a little tea shop. I can't remember the name of it, but when we've been tomorrow, we'll try and remember.
Yeah, we'll try and get
probably called the little tea shop or something original like that.
Yeah.
But we're going in homage of Mike Myers, is it?
Yeah.
See, I've remembered his name because I'm rubbish with names. Because the Hairy Bikers have been there and
he passed away
recently, so we're going to go to that tea shop. It's not just because of that, it's beautiful. Sam's into her teas and they have the full menu of different teas that she can try, so I'm going to take her there.
Sounds good. So we'll fit lots of sewing in around that tomorrow. We've got a little idea for what we're going to do, haven't we?
Yeah, we'll have a few hours sewing as well.
Yeah.
And dog walking.
And then Wednesday is the day I head home, but I'm not going in the morning, so we're concocting a little plan, aren't we, for Wednesday. But don't worry, stay around because there's more to come after this bit. So
It's been so long I didn't see you on mine.
We had an absolute ball, and I hope that came across in our little vlogs that we did while we were there. The last thing I want to tell you about is when we were in Beaumaris, Sam took me into a charity shop there. Well, I knew Sam liked charity shopping, and there was a charity shop. So before we went to Beau's Tea Rooms, I took her into the charity shop in Beaumaris, not expecting to buy anything, if I'm honest. But Sam is an expert, and she has lots of lovely necklaces that she wears, and I am desperate to try and get my accessories sorted out. I'm alright with my clothes, but I don't accessorise very well, you know what I mean? And necklaces these days can be quite expensive to buy. So I decided to have a look at what necklaces they had in the charity shop, and I'll show you what I found because I was pleasantly surprised. Are you ready? So this is the first one that I found. A big chunky monkey necklace that I'm going to wear in the summer with my neutrals that I'm making. Yeah, what do we think? How much did I pay for this? 50p. 50 pence. What's not to like? So I'm loving that one. Then, got a taste for it, and I found some black beads, which are always useful, aren't they? So I've got some black beads. They'll be great in summer and winter. And again, 50p. So I've spent £1 so far and got 2 necklaces. This next one, pushed the boat out a bit on the price. I got a bit carried away, but I'm sure you'll agree. Oh, look at that. That is going to be fabulous on my holidays. Absolutely made up with that one. How much was it? £2. So I've spent £3 so far and got 3 necklaces. And then when we went to the counter to pay, they had a little display cabinet with some beautiful pieces in. And I couldn't resist this one. How unusual is that? It's got some glittery bits in, it's got rope round it, very, very summery. Yeah. How much did I pay for this one? So what we at? £3 so far, and this one was £3.50. So I paid £6.50 for 1, 2, 3, 4 necklaces. That's just over £1 each. I think I'm going to get addicted to necklace shopping or accessory shopping in charity shops. Oh dear. Now, I'm hoping it won't get as bad as Sam because she's got loads of necklaces. It's a bit of an addiction with her. I'm happy with what I've got, and maybe I'll call into a charity shop again in a couple of months' time and look for a few more. We will see. But it was such fun. So I hope you've enjoyed my little Anglesey trip together. And I will see you tomorrow for So Frugal, because it is my So Frugal day. And then I'm going to give it a rest till Monday. Promise. So I hope you've enjoyed my little 3-part Anglesey trip. As I said, So Frugal tomorrow, and then we're back to normal next week, just Mondays and Thursdays. Because quite frankly, I need a bit of a rest now. So happy sewing, everybody. Take care, and I'll see you soon.